He's a
He
60.
was doing the sniffing of the paint and glue and all that shit back when we was in middle school.
Most of his brain cells have left
yeah.
the premises.
Well, the what?
He's aggravating and just
Yeah.
You got the? Are you auditioning for one of the Blues Brothers?
No, is there something wrong with him? Like other than just all the brain cells are cooked?
Well, that
Is what made him wrong? Yeah.
yeah. I mean that.
The way you do it is you get the can of paint in a grocery bag, and you spray it in there real hard, and then hook the handles over your ears, and it's like a feed bag for you getting high.
Now you know this.
By how? I mean,
I had a previous life before y'all knew me. Before you knew me. Actually, you probably knew me the whole time, but no, I'm practicing for when I win the lottery and I got to go incognito. Got to have a disguise.
Speaking of lottery, did anybody hit the Mega Millions last night?
I don't think so. I think it's getting toward $1 billion now.
I don't know.
910 million last night.
Yeah.
Honestly,
I bought some tickets.
yeah, we were really hoping you had good news for us
Well,
today.
we're
Because
fixing to find out.
while you're finding out, I had a thought this week that I haven't been in a mall in a long time. Any mall. I mean, I've been in it, but just in one store that has like an exterior door. What happened to all the damn wishing wells? They used to be
Where they
everywhere.
throw money and stuff in there?
Yeah. Times got rough.
Yeah,
People
I
had
think somebody caught on to that scheme.
to, yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Decided they were going to just take the money and run.
here we go.
That's what we would have done. So.
Yeah.
Up, Mega Millions. Estimated jackpot is now 1.05 B as in basket case $billion.
I would take the .05.
I would too.
Yeah. It could solve, like, they say money doesn't buy happiness, but it sure can solve a lot of damn problems.
It could buy
Well, and whoever said that didn't have no money.
That's
Yeah.
right.
I mean, I guarantee you about 500 million. I can make me real happy. He can make all of us real happy.
Yeah.
He can make everybody we know real happy.
Yeah.
You know.
It might not make me happy, but it make me a smart sucker. Because you wouldn't be able to tell me nothing.
No.
Tell me nothing.
No. And if
Yeah.
you're going to tell me something, fly your ass down to them islands where I'm at and
Yeah.
find me and tell me what you're going to tell me.
Yeah.
Now, there's 3 islands, the ABC Islands, there's Aruba, and then there's,
Barbados.
and,
Carousel?
yeah, Carousel, yeah.
Carousel.
Yeah.
I don't know how you say it. Carousel.
We could probably, if we won that, we could buy one of them.
buy them all.
Yeah, probably. Because they're not doing a lot of, they cook good, I think, but I don't think they're,
And I'm going to tell you something. If we bought one of them islands, and what we're going to do is we're going to have the fanciest golf cart they got on the whole island.
oh, yeah.
I mean, it's a 4-seater or maybe even a 6-seater. We might even get it stretched. And we're going to play golf, and Earl's going to ride around mixing drinks and driving.
Yeah.
And critiquing.
And
Yes.
critique it and tell us
Yeah.
how to play golf.
I like that idea a lot.
Yeah.
Well, let me tell this funny story
yeah.
that happened to me Wednesday.
Tell it.
Was it funny in general or just funny for you?
Well, it's probably just funny for me. but
Oh, okay.
Well, it's funny. I was out doing my tomato deliveries, you see.
Mm-hmm.
Coming off the farm, I'd been out in the fields all morning picking tomatoes, and I had a basket full of tomatoes.
So you
Well-
wiped your overalls off.
I tucked in the bib on my overalls and got my ducks in a row and said, well, I'm going to go see if I can
Let me
give
just
back to the
let me just
community.
ask
See,
a
I'll
few
give back to
questions.
the community.
I gotta ask a few questions before you get
Okay.
started on this whole
All right, what
thing.
you got?
Okay. All right. Does anybody around Westminster call you Mr. Douglas?
No,
Oh, he don't.
no,
Does anybody say you live on Green Acres?
no. But they do call me Eb, and I don't know why.
Well, it's the place to be, is what I hear. So you giving maters away, or you selling them?
Well, here's
Sorry.
the story.
Well, I start
Here's
saying
the
we're gonna get
story.
into this story. I guarantee you. And I just hope that it don't involve no women,
Oh, wrong.
no women's husbands.
Wrong.
No.
On both counts, you're wrong.
Go on and tell a story then.
You act like you know me. So.
I've heard a variation of this story. I guarantee you.
Yeah. All right, so I'm out making my deliveries to some little old gray-headed old widow women, and every year,
Women about your age.
yeah, every year I go by Barbara Cobb's Beauty Shop.
Mm-hmm. Get your hair done.
Sign up for a perm.
Mm-hmm.
Or cornrows, either one, whatever.
We would pay for that.
Anyway, so this is the second time I've been this year. But I got her a little old grocery bag.
I don't think a perm's taken.
It ain't. But there's Barbara, and there's Sherry Garrett, Cooper, and 2 or 3 others in there. And there's usually some old women and stuff in there getting their hair done. I give them hell too. Anyway, so I go toting my dang bag of tomatoes in, and I just go past the counter and back there where they are, hollering at them, raising cane, having a good time. Anyway, I go to the tomatoes. I don't know, there's 10 in there. Y'all divvy them up amongst yourselves.
Yeah, slice them.
So as I'm coming back out, I don't know if you've ever been in her place, but you kind of weave your way back out, and you're there at the counter where you check in and check out, I reckon.
It's like an indoor corn maze.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, there's a little lady standing there, gray-haired, a little bit older than us. She might have been 68, 70, nice, well
Getting on
dressed,
up.
Just had her hair done, looking sharp,
Ready to go to church.
And she says, "Are you selling tomatoes?" And I said, "No, ma'am. If I was selling tomatoes, you couldn't afford them because they'd be about $75 a piece based on what I got in them."
Yeah, there you go.
I said, "But what I can do, now if you really want them tomatoes," and I started going on with her, "I might can hook you up." And she said, "Well, I'd love a couple." I said, "Well, are you done and headed out to your car?" "Yes, sir." I said, "Well, come on, follow me, and we'll fix you up."
Get in the truck. Let's go for a ride.
So I go out the door and open it and kind of hold it for her. So I look back and I said, "But you got to promise to keep your hands to yourself." Just cutting up, going on.
Oh, shit.
Well, the next words out of her mouth sent a chill up my spine. Her next 2 words were, "My husband."
Yeah.
And I had this flash. My husband's going to kill you for talking to me that way, or some whatever. My husband's out here and he don't appreciate it. I'm thinking, oh, I've messed up big time. Oh, I have stepped all up in it.
And you're not in your fighting prime right now.
No,
in case.
I kind of blew on past that 2, 3,
25.
40 years ago. Anyway, so she says, "My husband."
Yeah.
And then again, it flashed through my mind, he's going to kill me. He don't.
Died 30 years ago.
He don't even like
husband
tomatoes.
Has been gone 4 years. I can't promise you anything.
Oh.
And that caught me off guard.
And now.
That quick.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, "Well, my wife's been gone a little over 3 years, so I understand."
Yeah.
And I got her a handful of tomatoes and sent her on her way.
There you go. Ain't
Now,
nothing
where
like
she live at,
Tomasi.
Oh, well,
Oh,
there you go.
Jesus.
I knew you know where she lived
Oh,
at.
yeah, she
Yeah,
told me
yeah.
where she lived. I ain't sure what.
Well,
She
she wants
wants
you to
you to
come by
come
and bring more tomatoes.
She wants you
next
to come
week.
stew some maters for her.
Yeah.
So I told her, I go up to Tomasi in Salem all the time, working on
Well, stop by and see me, she said.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I didn't get an address. I figured out.
Yeah, she'll find you.
Oh,
You just get up that
yeah.
way, she'll find you, Earl.
Yeah, you a man about town. She'll be lurking in town waiting on you to
And
pass
she was
in
at
your
the beauty
red
shop
truck.
anyway. You know how them people at the beauty shop talk. They get everybody in there gonna know your address where you
Hey,
at, Earl.
Barbara's got my number. She'll end up having it.
Oh, yeah.
she'd be calling you.
When
saying,
her first words out of her mouth was "my husband," I'm thinking, "Oh my God, I have stepped all up in it."
Y'all
Yeah.
might can go over to the state park to the square dance one Saturday night.
They
maybe.
still have.
I reckon. I mean, I don't know, but y'all will find out. I'm sure.
I think they're all Sadie Hawkins dance now where she has to ask you, but it sounds like you already got a pretty decent,
I got a foot in the door.
yeah. It sounds like a good,
Right.
Well, I'll be glad to see you move on from that deaf and blind woman you've been dating.
yeah, don't nobody need
Get
that.
it vacuuming,
Yeah, oh, he's a loose
or
cannon.
is he running the dishwasher?
He's running dishwasher right now.
That's his hot tub. He's in it.
He's in there riding.
Yeah. There he goes. He's like, I'm out. Yeah, I thought about that the other day. When that happened, did your immediate thought go to, better call you boys?
I'm gonna need backup.
in case some shit pops off.
That was, as I thought her husband's going to kill me, I'm gonna need backup. And I reached for my phone until the next word
yeah.
before I'd been gone 4 years.
Smart. I've walked into numerous places in my lifetime, and especially in my career of selling stuff. You know, I go see people face to face like this, and not like this, but you know.
I hope not.
Yeah,
Like
and I have, but it went just fine. But my employer probably frowned upon it, but whatever. And I walked in, and I've probably been in front of, I'd say 1,000, maybe 1,500 people face to face. Talked to 1 million on the phone at least. And I would bet that the over is 11. I've walked in somewhere and somebody goes, "Holy shit." And then I think, well, I'm not that fat. And then it's like, how tall are you? You're humongous. I'm like, fat humongous? They're like, no, just overall. And I'm like, yeah, I know. I got to buy special shirts. So, but I got a HS at least 11 times. I'd take the over if we was gambling.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's, if you need backup, I can at least make somebody laugh and buy you enough time to
Give you
get
time
away.
to run.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Get in the truck, take off, just hucking maters at them as you go. You later.
Yep. Well, I brought y'all some maters and some to give to Gino.
Well, let me ask you this: why do they only fry green tomatoes? Why don't they fry the red ones?
Well, actually,
They won't hold together.
Well, I heard somebody, matter of fact, it was Baroni,
Uh-oh.
describe a recipe that he got off the internet, which is his encyclopedia, about how to cook red tomatoes.
Mm-hmm.
You know, with an egg wash and
Oh, yeah.
cornmeal and flour and doing all this stuff,
Yeah.
that you can fry red tomatoes. But most people just eat the tomato because they only fry the green one, because what the hell else you going to do with a green one? You ain't going to put green tomato
Yeah.
on a sandwich.
No, you got to wait.
Well,
Wait
green
for it to turn
tomatoes.
red. So when it turns red, it's too late to fry it. You need to slice it and put it on a sandwich.
That's right.
Fried green tomatoes is basically for impatient people.
That won't wait. And see, I got one out there just in case somebody likes fried green tomatoes.
Well, I do like fried green tomatoes.
Well, I got you one.
And the
Looks
reason
about
you
like that tennis ball right
the
there.
reason you fry the green tomatoes, because green tomatoes, they hold together. You know how you cut a red tomato?
And then just fall apart.
And it,
The
yeah,
seeds
just go everywhere.
and the juice
Green
runs
tomatoes don't do that. You slice a green tomato, it holds together right nice. Throw it down in the flour and the cornmeal, everything, pepper, throw it in the frying pan. Well, they're still holding together. Them red ones, they just don't hold together like that.
I like them red ones that when you make a sandwich and you bite into it, the juice runs
Oh, yeah,
down
and
both
it-
sides. All
yeah.
the way down, it gets on your shirt. You got the little red spot right on your shirt.
Yeah, it feels like the whole thing just blew up.
Yeah, that's when it's good.
Well, that's interesting, because the other day we had some squash. Eat squash?
No, I don't eat squash.
Okay. What about zucchini?
Now, I like zucchini bread.
Okay, but not regular zucchinis.
Not just fried zucchini or however you cook it, boil it, fry it, stew it, grill it.
Well, the best way to eat zucchini is at the.
Hold up a minute about that zucchini stuff I want to ask you about. Now, zucchini and cucumber, are they the same thing?
No,
What's different, Earl?
zucchini is a squash.
It ain't yellow, Earl.
That's right, it's a green
Well, ain't no
squash.
damn squash then. You can't start just having new stuff now like green squash.
Well, somebody made that up a long time ago, so I can make it up now.
That's a perfect segue into my next topic. The best way to eat zucchini is at the Japanese restaurant, where they hibachi it with some soy
Slice
sauce.
it up, put
Very
some
good.
soy sauce on it.
But I fried, or not, I didn't. Someone that I know fried some squash the other day,
Right.
and you know her as Carrie. She said, "Oh, she's
I saw her
also
at the restaurant the
yeah."
other day.
I was gonna say she's pretty pissed that you don't wave, but
Well, she never would look at me.
I know
I'm
that's
kinda
what I
looking
told
at
her.
her.
I said, she said, "I don't think he knows who I am." I said, "Yeah, Earl knows everybody. He knows you." I said, "Wave, holler at him, say what's up."
We just never made eye contact because I'd look at her and
Yeah.
she's talking to some of them other girls, and then I guess I'd eat or whatever when she was looking at me or something.
Where's them maters at? Is what you get. Is what she need. I told her. I said, just ask him where them maters at, and you be there 45 minutes talking.
Yep. You talk
Anyway, we had some squash, and I don't like it. But she said I need some Florina, like we talked about.
Some what?
Yeah, we already had that conversation.
Florina? Is that what he
And,
said?
she lives downtown or near downtown.
No idea what
yeah.
none of that is.
And I said, no. I said, we're going to do it different. We're going to get some fish fry breading. Like you would, kill a fish, bread it up, and then fry it, and put that in. Now that, if you're going to fry a green tomato, try it with that. They got it in a little bag up near the yeast, top shelf.
I'll never find it.
And it says fish fry. Don't say batter, but it said whatever, ingredients or whatever. And it comes in a little bag. It's like $1.50, and you skip your other steps. You skip your flour. You could probably do your egg wash.
You just throw it in there.
But just toss it in the fish fry batter, throw it in the hot oil. Boy, I don't like squash, but I ate about half that pan. It was good.
No, where you like fish fry batter.
Yeah.
So it's about $1.50 for a bag of it.
Yeah, it ain't much at all.
Is that what it says on the fish fry stuff?
Yeah, there's a big fish on it, too, so you can't miss it. I mean, you could miss it if you had your eyes shut.
I missed the yeast. I missed the yeast for 60 years.
Yeah. Well, they don't want you finding that. But what you said that brought me to the next, really the only point I had to make today, is that you said you can't just be having new stuff, new squashes, right? Like zucchini's a squash, and you said you can't just be doing that.
No, you can't.
When in the hell did avocados become so famous? Do y'all remember ever hearing about an avocado when you was a kid?
No.
Now, do you like guacamole?
No.
Do you like avocado?
No.
Well, shit. What I'm saying is I don't ever remember, like until about 6 or 7 years ago, I never heard of, I knew there was guacamole. I had no idea what it was. I didn't know that avocados were a thing. But now, they're taking over.
Yeah, I mean, they've got them avocados. We got 742 tons of these damn things. What are we going to do with them? Send them up to the United States.
You know who's running the avocado trade? It's not the cartel.
Who is?
It's Tony Stewart's race team, Stuart Haas.
They were smuggling them in?
Because if you don't have a Haas avocado, you might as well not even eat one. And I was sitting there thinking, he's branching out, which led me to think we need to find the next big
thing.
Yeah, but eatable thing. You know what I'm saying? Like avocados bust on the scene.
Name it? Am I not allowed to name it?
No, you can.
Well,
name
you
it.
can't just say, this is a green squash. Squash is yellow, Earl. Everybody knows that. You find me a squash, and it's going to be yellow. I don't care. You can go to California, find a squash, it's yellow. Maine, find a squash, it's yellow. You come to South Carolina where Earl lives, and you got this green thing. I ain't going to say what it looks like, but you got this green thing. And you say, that's a squash. No, hell, it ain't no squash.
It's a cucumber.
It's a cucumber, Earl.
I think we're going to have to take this abroad and find some new food items that are eatable. Because they're not pushing them. Like, do you have any idea what an acai berry is?
No.
I ain't seen one.
Well, now, I'm going to tell you something about that. What'd you say it was?
Acai.
Berry.
Yeah.
So, now, you would think, say it again.
Acai.
So you'd think that's like O-S, E-I-O-B-A, asabi, whatever you said.
Nope.
I bet you it's about 4 letters. Well, how do you spell it?
Yeah, A-C-A-I.
See, that ain't right either. That's bullshit right there.
He's making shit up now.
So you can't say all that word and just get 4 letters out of it. Ain't no way.
It's two words. It's acai, and then it's berry, like blue or rasp or straw or boysen or huckle. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
Had no idea.
Where do they grow these? I got you berries or whatever it is. You call
Acai.
apparently in South America, maybe. I don't know. I made that up. I did make that up for sure. Prepare it, farm it, eat it. Teach us how to eat it. You don't eat an avocado like an apple. You don't.
And do roofing. Don't forget
Yeah,
that.
they got roof too.
But now, what is that berry that comes from like Eastern Europe?
Boysen.
No, I mean
When they were naming berries and they said, well, let's name this one poisonberry. Ain't nobody gonna eat that.
No,
right?
That's that little one that grows on a tree with the prickly leaves or whatever.
Yeah, poisonberry.
Anyway, we was talking about these berries, And I'm thinking we need to start farming berries. You're pretty good at growing tomatoes.
And blackberries. I got blackberries and
Okay.
blueberries.
I think we need to start cross-pollinating some of these berries.
Speaking of that, let me ask you. You
if
say
we
you got
cross-pollinate, we can make up names for them.
Earlberry.
Earlberry. You got blackberries and blueberries.
Yeah.
The blueberries have do they have any scratchy things on them?
Scratchy things.
Well, blackberries. You pick blackberries, they scratch your hand. all
No,
up
not
trying
if
to
you
pick-
get the domesticated ones. They don't got the dang briars on them.
Hold on.
see,
Domestic. What the hell's a domesticated?
They've crossbred
Mm-hmm.
the blackberries with some other plant that don't have the briar stickers on it, and they come up with a blackberry that ain't got the briar stickers on it.
So you going down the wrong path.
No.
Well, first of all, I ain't never seen one of them. Cause you stop on the side of the road, they'll eat you slap up trying to get them blackberries.
Those are the wild native blackberries that will eat your ass up. That is correct.
You call them wild native blackberries. Well, how'd you grow blackberries with no bars?
Well, we done discussed that, and you fussed at me for talking about how you cross.
So you actually did that?
Well, I didn't actually do it. Somebody else did.
Who?
Well, I don't know.
The Lord. You talked about one time earlier on another episode where you was grafting trees and trying to make new ones.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think we do that with berries, and I think we come up with an Earlberry, and then we sell them, or give them away to old ladies or whatever.
Yeah, you got to be careful giving stuff away to old ladies.
But I think we could do that. I think we need a berry that's, what's your favorite berry?
I guess the blackberry.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. What about you? What's your?
Some of them I got dang near big as this tennis ball.
Oh,
They get
yeah.
old big old things.
Hold up, Earl.
You can slice
Hold
it.
just a damn minute. You ain't got no blackberry big as that tennis ball.
Well, they close. They ain't quite that big, but they get pretty big.
Golf ball size.
Earl,
Yeah.
Earl, that thing. If one of them was to squish up in your hands, you never would get it off.
My hand would be blue for months.
Yeah. What's your favorite berry to eat?
I like watermelon berry. Pretty good.
Okay. All right. I think.
Hey, now
Peach
we-
berry.
Hey, we own some. You cross the watermelon with a berry, you're gonna get a berry.
Mm-hmm.
Cantaloupe side berry.
That's what you want. Now you talking. Now we can make some profit.
Now you can slice them up and fry them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so we're gonna start with watermelon.
Yep.
What you gonna cross
Cross-pollinate it.
it up with?
We got to figure that out. What we're gonna cross it up with? And
know,
do we need
Earl.
another bigger berry so that we get even a bigger berry?
You
Or do we wanna go with
interracializing.
a little blueberry and get a medium size that looks like a watermelon, but it's blue instead of green.
Well, they make grapples.
They make what? Grapples?
Yeah. That are grape apple.
What the hell is that, Earl? I ain't never
Yeah,
heard that.
get on him for making shit up now. He's the one over there making.
They got the grapples.
He knows that thing, grapple.
And they got the now. One thing that I don't know how they do is I don't know how they make cotton candy grapes.
Cotton candy grapes.
They're grapes, and when you eat them, they taste really close to cotton candy. I don't know how they do that
Yeah.
because cotton candy is a menstrual like superfood or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? They only sell it at the fair. Like you could buy it in the store now, but back in the day, you could only buy it from like a hobo. I mean, not a hobo, but like a gypsy that set up on the weekend.
And plus, they had to have that big barrel thing, and then
Yeah.
just turn it around in there, and all of a sudden, you had cotton candy on a stick.
Yeah.
And I know you didn't even know where it come from, because
Yeah.
when you looked in there, there wasn't nothing in there. Then they put that thing, it was a wizard or something. He would
Yeah.
put it in there and turn it around like that right there, and all of a sudden, you'd pull that stick out, and it'd be full of cotton candy on top of it.
And it was good. Damn, it was good.
Yeah, it was good.
Messy, that shit get everywhere.
Oh, yeah.
Everywhere.
So now we need. All right, God dang, we need to make a list. We
We're
need
going to have to write this down.
watermelon seeds, blackberry seeds,
Hold on a minute about them watermelon seeds.
a wizard.
I need to ask y'all about them watermelon seeds, because I done seen, two things I done seen. I done seen watermelon without no seeds, seedless watermelon.
Mm-hmm.
So that's another one of that wizard stuff. I don't know how they doing that. How did you grow watermelon? You didn't have no seed. That's the first thing. Other thing I seen the other day, yellow watermelon. No, hell no. Watermelon ain't yellow. Watermelon is red on the inside, green on the outside, red on the inside. And then it says it's yellow. And sure enough, somebody had in there sliced one up, and it's yellow in there. I said, this right here is a pumpkin. But it wasn't. It was a watermelon, and they sit there and eat it like a watermelon. I said, no.
So now, do you believe that that's true, that it's a yellow watermelon?
Earl, I tell you what, I don't want to believe anymore.
Well, I mean, I'm just curious because you're adamantly against the fact
It
that
ain't
squash
no.
can be green.
Here we go.
No,
So you ought to be just as adamant about a watermelon being yellow instead of red.
I am.
I tell
ain't
people
gonna
not
eat
to
no
buy 'em.
watermelon that's yellow.
If I'm in the store and I see somebody looking at the yellow watermelon, I'm like, don't do it. Them taste like mustard. And they're like, what? And I'm like, I wouldn't.
Yeah,
I stick
I'm
with
like you. I'm gonna say, swear off of them. That's the devil's watermelon.
I tell people that all the time. That tastes like mustard.
Ooh, you skillets throwing stuff.
Skill it through something. Yeah, but I had a thought about where did the avocados come from, and then where all the wishing wells went. I think they replaced each other. Now there's a bunch of wishing wells in like Central America.
You throw avocados in it.
If you do, they will not be happy about it because
They love them avocados.
Yeah, they're good. They're high dollar money. You can buy a couple avocados for about $1.50, I think, which is high for a fruit. Is an avocado a fruit or a vegetable?
Hell, a bean. I don't know.
It's a bean.
I don't know.
Where do they grow beans at? Underground?
I think most beans grow above ground. I know green beans.
Anything grow in the ground besides potatoes?
Legumes?
Onions, carrots,
Legumes. Onions and carrots. What else?
Peanuts.
That's what I was talking about.
I think we need to start calling him Eb. I think so because that's starting to suit you because you know all this stuff about Green Acre Farms and
I know a lot of stuff.
You do have a lot of
Don't do me any
knowledge.
good, but I know a lot of stuff.
we gonna get a big sign to put up at your house. Earl calls Earl's Farms, and that way you know people they could ride by and they'll say, "Oh, well, there's Earl's Farms right there. Pull in there, let's get some of them maters."
Everybody comes up here and they're talking about, oh, let's go down to Earl's Ford. I'm like, why don't you just stop in Westminster and go by Earl's Chevy? I'm like,
Yeah.
it's pretty much you're going to have more fun there.
Yeah.
I wouldn't go all the way to Earl's Ford. Anyway, we're getting off topic. We need to go back to.
Let me ask you one more
wishing
question about before we get too far off this topic. That trailer that you got is is it still full of all your stuff that we got? So you ain't yard selling no more?
Well, I hadn't this year so far. No.
What you waiting on, Earl?
Well, I don't know. I just ain't took the time to
Where Beverly at? No, Melinda. Melinda, you need to get on. You need to get going, cause Earl, we're gonna need that trailer one of these days.
Melinda has been enjoying her first few months of retirement.
There we
Well,
go.
Earl, if she's like you, she's gonna screw that up. So go ahead and tell her. Matter of fact, when you leave here, go by her house. Tell her, say, listen, all right, your days of I don't know, sitting on the front porch rocking,
Drinking
them's
coffee.
over.
Yeah, that's right. I
So
know.
get in here. We're gonna need to put this stuff online somewhere that's in my trailer, cause I think we're gonna need my trailer come fall sometime. So we're gonna have to empty that thing out.
We're going to slam it full of damn blueberries and
Avocados.
tomatoes and avocado.
Avocados.
Yeah.
You think we could go to where's avocado? Are they in Mexico?
That's what the commercial says. Avocados from Mexico.
We can take your trailer away in your truck. Which one's got more room, your truck or Earl's truck in the bed? We better go in your truck.
So we can all ride in
I was
it.
gonna say he got room in the cab. The bed's
Yeah.
probably the same size, but he's got. Mine just got.
Well, it'd be hard to ride all the way to Mexico. Me and you and him sitting in the front seat of your
Yeah,
truck.
it would. Cause that
We better
damn-
take his truck.
that console in the
We'll
middle.
take your trailer down there and we'll load that thing. And we'll load it slam full of avocados and bring them back.
Mm-hmm. And just drive like a son of a bitch on the way back and see if we can make guacamole. You know what I'm talking about?
Take the curve sharp. That'll mix that stuff up, open it up, and the guacamole just roll out the back.
Oh yeah, it's just spilling out of there like
That's
molasses.
now. See, you said that. Now that's a good. That's the way we go sell them. Okay, we probably just pull up in your yard. All right, and that trailer will be so full. If we can get that back door to lay down, they'll just fall out like it. It looked like one of them corner. You know what I'm talking about, Earl?
Cornucopia.
One of them too, and it just to be avocados everywhere. And we'll put a sign up say, like, all you can eat, like $1.25.
Damn.
But we get to decide how much they can eat.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, you get
50
4.
cents worth.
You get 4.
Yeah. Earl, would you be upset if they called you and said, hey, we need you to fly out to wherever they tape it at to audition for Jeopardy?
For hosting Jeopardy or just being a contestant?
You probably had to be a contestant first, and then they'd be like, damn, we might have found our new host.
No, I wouldn't be upset.
Cool. Because I already filled out a couple of apps for you to see if they'll, just see if they'll call you.
Just give you a heads up.
Yeah, I didn't want you to get a surprise phone call and be like, oh, this is a scam. No, it could really be them. So, yeah, I thought you have a lot of knowledge about stuff, and you had the right temperament.
Random stuff, too.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the thing about the Jeopardy, though, you see, they got stupid categories sometimes, like 16th century French literature.
Yeah.
Now,
You wasn't around back in there.
no, you see, I don't know jack about that. So when that comes, I'm just gonna say, y'all see this buzzer? I'm gonna lay it right here. Let me know when that category's done.
Yep.
I ain't gonna click in on none of them answers.
Yeah. Basically, the answer for that one is Napoleon every time.
Well, I might go with that. Just click Napoleon.
Or crepes. You know, Napoleon, crepes, or like, no, they didn't.
Did you say grapes?
They didn't take baths.
Grapes?
No.
What'd you say?
Crepes.
What the hell's a crepe, Earl?
Crate's what you get milk in. Milk crate. You know?
Oh, yeah, okay. I
You get a
understand
bunch
now.
of them in there. You get about 4.5.
Bottles.
You
Yeah.
can get 4 gallons in a crate.
If you stack them real tight, though, you can get more than that.
You gotta be good, I imagine.
Yep. One of them's got to go upside down in the middle. But that's back when I was.
You picturing that in your head right now, ain't you?
That's back in my milkman days. And if you're real slick, you put all the handles facing each other so you can snatch them out of there at one time. Yeah. I used to be a milkman. I mean, when I say that, I mean I used to work at a grocery store. But only for a couple of days. They did not like that I was just
Tell
eating
the
whatever I
truth, you've
wanted.
seen a gallon of milk before, hadn't you?
One time. Oh, no, back in the day, we used to drink them like they was going out of style, but they don't.
Listen, when Josh and Kay were coming up, Earl, they're like 2 years old, and both of them, you know how they hold their bottle like that and drink? They didn't. They had that milk jug by a gallon milk jug.
In hindsight, we should have just got a couple cows and put them out on the back deck, and let them hang.
When then y'all just lay down underneath it.
No, we're not perverts. Well, I'm not. I'm not. Josh might have done something like that, but I would have waited till somebody milked it. And y'all would have been like, you go milk it. I'd be like, nah, I'm not touching it there.
I'm not touching this cow's private part.
Nah, it's... Yeah. But, what was I going to say? Oh,
if we was gonna
meat.
mix up some fruits and berries and stuff, and what could we mix them up?
I got it.
Here we go.
Guacamole flavored milk. So
Yeah, I
would
might have
it
to cut some
be
of this out.
Gwilk or guacamole?
Yeah.
Milkamole.
Gwilk.
Milkamole.
All right.
Milkamole. Not
Now we're
milk of
getting-
magnesia.
Yeah.
Milkamole.
Probably going to have the same effect.
Probably.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?